A lot of you have tomorrow off. Some of you may not. Some of you may already have Monday plans. If they're in the morning or the early afternoon and any time in between there, you need to make sure you have rain boots, rain jacket, everything prepared because we have a steady soaking rain on the way for some of us. Could be heavy at times. That is not the case right now on Triple Doppler, brought to you by Falso service experts. Sunday evening plans, they're dry. Clouds have started to take over. Temperatures are still above normal. We briefly topped out in the upper 70s today, way above normal when we should be in the 60s. Now, this is the satellite and radar picture. Those are those clouds taking over, and this is all along what is left over of what was Hurricane Nate. It's now a tropical depression, slightly weaker storm. Let me show you the latest track, and don't necessarily get caught up on exactly where this area of low pressure is, because we're actually tracking the northern end of the storm. It moves up to the north. It gets close to central New York. It may even pass over some parts of central New York by 2 o'clock early tomorrow afternoon. It's moving very quickly, and before you know it, this thing is out of the area by the end of the day on Monday, but as it moves in, it will bring potentially steady and heavy rain. Let me show you how this plays out. Evening is dry on the FUTURECAST, midnight and beyond, fair game for steady rain. It moves in from the south, and look at the pockets of heavy rain here. That's going to be the difference between seeing an inch of rain during the daytime and maybe 2 or 3 inches. And that's depending on where this band sets up. You see, FUTURECAST is keeping it just to the north of Syracuse and over near western New York. Still, if you live in the Finger Lakes, if you live in Syracuse, the slightest change in forecast track for the storm could move this a little bit further south. It could also push it to the north. It's very similar to almost when we get into lake effect season, really concentrated effects and not a whole lot of area. So even though the system itself is big, this band is what we are watching very closely. Either way, early tomorrow morning, a lot of you are going to be in and out of steady rain. Same goes for the early afternoon as well. That's the system itself passing nearby. Again, rain totals with this, I'll show you that coming up. Look at how fast it moves out. By 5 o'clock, we're left with cloudy skies, drizzle, maybe some light showers. Wet weather. Light wet weather will try to linger into early Tuesday with drizzle and fog, but the heavy rain is confined to Monday morning and Monday evening. This is what FUTURECAST is thinking for rainfall totals. Notice that most of central New York has a good shot of seeing at least a ½ inch of rain. Some spots will see over an inch of rain, and depending on where that band sets up, you could see over an 1.5 inches to 2 inches of rain. Now, what does that mean for a lot of us? Well, we've been remarkably dry for the past couple of months, so I'm not anticipating widespread flooding effects, but localized flooding is possible, especially Monday morning. We're going to have to watch where that band sets up, and of course, in areas with poor drainage, it's still breezy and muggy. Rain lingers into Tuesday, some dry time on Wednesday, more seasonal in the 60s. So make sure you get our Weather Authority app, brought to you by CNYRealtor.com. If you are headed out tomorrow, you can zoom right into street level to see where the heaviest rain is falling.